Psychic Jean. Get going there.
Hello, everybody. I am Sun Psychic Jean, and please welcome my very beautiful co host, Terri Suzuki from Kigaru Spiritual Journeys, is here with me.
Thank you for having me on, Jean.
Welcome, welcome. Just like the old times, the old days, remember? Good old
Yep.
days. Oh my gosh, did we have such a blast? It was such a ride. It was an amazing adventure, and it just brings back beautiful memories when you and I get together. And as everybody may already know, that Terry Lee is not going to be able to join us tonight. She is completing her vacation with her family, and she'll be back with us next time. And we do sorely miss her, but she'll be back before you know it. So I just wanted to say thank you, everybody, for being here. Hello, Harley and Craig Dixon, Amanda Carroll, and Mary Ellen. And I see Marby is here. So nice to see everybody. And what is different in your background there, Terry? It's beautiful. I love it.
It's my art wall. I love art. I'm always connecting to it, buying it, and this is years and years of art. I'll tip it up so you can see it goes all the way up to the wall. So so this was this one and this one. Those are William Hopper prints. I just love William Hopper. And then this one, that one, I bought at a yard sale in New York City. Just
Wow.
and of course that one's just IKEA, and the other ones are just like actually art cards, and I just frame them. If I like them and I can't afford the art, I just buy the card.
That it's yeah, I mean it's an amazing, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful arrangement and very colorful, and I love that deep pink color. It's very, very loving. Mousy and Lark Kemper and Linda all just came in. Flower Beauty came in. Thank you all for being here. So nice to see you. So let me go over to our I know that Terry, I mean, we all know that Terry, we will be offering messages from your loved ones. And if you do want a message from your loved one, please do let us know the name and the relation of your loved one, and kindly put it in caps so you can just say, my brother Joe. And that's all you have to say. And we'll assume that you want a message from him in spirit. And if you want a message from your spirit guides or angels, and um, I took a little liberty here, and goddesses, ascended masters, mermaids, fairies, galactic council, mysterious experiences. And again, we just ask that you use caps and emojis. All of the questions will be chosen at random. We're only here for an hour, and we'd like to try and get to as many people as we possibly can. And I just want to thank each and every one of you for understanding and for your patience. Um, yes. So, but Terry, you won't be doing any Akashic record reading this time. We'll do a separate show that has
Yeah,
just
we can
Akashic
do a step
records.
one. That way I don't have to take up time putting everybody under the key and opening everybody's records at once. Um, that kind of takes time. Yeah, but
Right.
I love a good challenging question. I like something that's a little unusual, that we have to dig a little bit, that we have to, because then spirit shows us the most amazing things that we didn't know. That you know, it's just always I never failed to be amazed.
I know that feeling of something that is coming across my lips and out of my mouth that I never even considered before, ever.
Right.
I had no recollection of any of that, and it's coming through my mouth. And it's really an amazing feeling, and just the enlightenment. And this is what we want to share with everyone, is the enlightenment. When you feel enlightened, when you feel like you're in the knowing and you're in the world of what is possible. We're being enlightened, and this is the energy that is coming through. So I think that everybody, you may or may not have saw that I was on earlier today around 2 o'clock with Bridget, the energy healer, and she does channeled light language as well. And she did a beautiful demonstration for us. So if anybody has not was not able to see it yet, I do encourage you to go back and take a watch. It's a fascinating example or demonstration that she did for us all. It was really beautiful. I told her, I said, I wrote it down. I said, I feel it. I felt something in my throat. I felt something in my back and something in my hip. And she said, those were the chakras that they said that they were working with, as well as a couple other. But she said, it's funny, Jean, that you pointed those out. I'm like, it must have been what I needed. And it's just like it's almost like, it's not really pressure. It just feels like there's like a little bit of a change in the air around it. It's just like it's like you notice that area. It's like it maybe tightens up just ever so slightly, that you sort of like, oh, my mind went to my back, and I just something comes up, and it's not pressure, it's not, but it's really just an intention to it, and it's a clearing, it's a healing, and I just thought it was really phenomenal, really beautiful. Yeah, it was good. And of course, I'm still a little on cloud on, the higher realms and the higher frequencies
Yeah,
after
fabulous.
doing that. Hi, Benita. Hi, Dolly. Nice to see everybody. Mousy, Lorraine, Harley. Nice to see you. Very nice. And Sherry is here. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start with Lorraine, and she said she would like a message from her brother-in-law, Donnie Rowe.
So Lorraine, we always like feedback, like to know if we're on the right path or not. It would be interesting. So Donnie, by way of kind of evidence, he's showing me the country, like out in the country. He's showing me corn stalks, corn. The reason I want feedback, if he was a farmer or out there with corn, or he had a big garden or whatever, is because I used to know somebody whose last name was Rowe, who was a huge, huge farmer. And I don't know if I'm being misled by my knowledge of that, or if Donnie's really showing me that. So if you wouldn't mind in the chat to let us know if the corn or the farming mean anything, represent Donnie, that would be good. If you have anything, Jean, you can go while I'm
not a farmer. I live in the country, and corn grows around me for Lorraine.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm still got to go look into that then and find out why we got so much corn here.
Yeah, well, we're picking up. We're connecting to Lorraine to reach Donnie.
Right.
Yeah, just take your time. The first one's a little longer, and we're just connecting to the spiritual realm, our spirit guides. And Donnie is with you.
Well, he
I
is.
feel like
Go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
Because it's just another little piece. It's not the whole thing. I think he liked playing pool, or he's showing me playing pool. Like he was kind of that he liked that sort of thing. But anyway, go ahead.
I was just picking up a little bit of his personality, that he seemed like a good guy, and quiet but helpful. And he seemed like he would be the one that would go. He's talking about going, and she never saw him play pool. Doesn't mean that he didn't. But somebody that would go and run. I don't know what he's showing me. He's showing me he went to pick something up, and I don't know what he's referring to, but he's saying that he's always one to offer his services. Like if you needed somebody to run out and get some ice, he would be the one running out to get some ice. He was always offering a helping hand. I do feel as though he was on his own. I don't know if he had a relationship that ended, but I do see him as almost like being at the house, but in a single. Either that, or he passed younger and didn't get a chance. But
She says yes, he's always helpful.
Yeah. Okay. Let me know if he was single. But he was just like really just like a good guy. Like I just feel like he was like, I don't know, somebody you could rely on, somebody who was honest, somebody who, when he said he was going to be there, he was there. And but I do feel him as being a little standoffish and a little more like he wouldn't often talk about his feelings or his thoughts. I don't see him as being really, really talkative. I mean, he would have small conversation, and but he was a little reserved in that respect. I feel as though when he got to know you a little bit better, he would talk to you. Like if there was a crowd of 20 people, he would just say the niceties and that's it, and let other people talk. But if there's 2 or 3 people around, he would offer some things, but not very personal. He was pretty private about his personal life. It's her sister's husband, and yes, okay.
Yes.
Mhm. You can go, Terry, if you have something else. I'm asking for a message.
Well, I'm getting a little bit more about him, that he was a great man. He was the kind of person that helped a lot, stood off, wasn't loud about it at all. And the only other, so he's kind of telling me a few things, like the corn, even though there's corn around her, he's showing me this corn also because he's kind of that honest guy. Corn to me, corn farming, it feels like an honest thing to do, hard work that's honest, that you have to work at. And so it kind of is a signal for me that says honesty. And then he later told me that he had a horror of saying he might do something and then not follow through. That would be a horror to him, to not follow through on what he said he was going to do, even if he was just joking about something. If he said he was going to do it, he was going to do it. And that the idea that anyone might think that he's just a talker and not a doer would have absolutely kept him up at night. He's the kind of guy that would have been, and this might be a little bit too personal, but he would have been replaying that in his head when he was like getting ready for bed or something, and it would, even for years, it would bother him. So that's something that he really had to do. So tell me more, Donnie. Is there anything more that you want to say? So now he's using that theme to say that he wishes he had have enjoyed life a little bit more, that he was so harsh with himself about following through on what he did. I perceive that maybe when he was younger, like I want to say 18, 19, 20-ish, that he had let somebody down and it developed this horror of letting somebody down. But he wished he hadn't let that kind of take over his life, that he could have went to like a family gathering and been a little bit more relaxed, uh, and enjoyed it more. He doesn't mind having to always go get the ice, or the thing that was missing. He doesn't mind that at all, but he does realize that he could have been a little more present with people and not quite have had to be on, that. So his message to you basically is enjoy this life more. Don't beat yourself up over little things. And in fact, that's everybody's message. Quit beating yourself up over little teeny things. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Yep. Don't sweat the small stuff. Lighten up, and don't let the relationships and your soul connections to other loved ones and friends and experiences. And it's important to keep your word. It's important to be dependable, but don't sacrifice your life or the happiness or your living for that. Everything needs to be in balance, and he is seeing this. And when we cross over, as I'm sure as when I cross over, I will also see my lifetime and where I could have done things differently as well. There's always lessons to learn and always things that we're striving for. But he's letting us know that this balance is really important, and the ability to be take things with a grain of salt, let things go, roll with the flow. It's really about the people that you're with and the experiences that you have, and how much you follow your heart's desire or your soul's desire. It's really important, and let things go. Like I think he held on to things, like you said, or he thought that people would always remember this and never forgive him.
Right.
It was a little bit more exaggerated, but it's a really good message that he's coming through with. And he's such a loving person and such a kind person and a dutiful person that it saddens me that he has that regret, that he just didn't, that it may have stopped him from having fun or from talking to more people or from opening up just a little bit. But and this is a beautiful message that he's sharing with all of us, not just as a critique on his own life, but for us to learn from his perspective, from his just from his perspective and
Yeah.
his knowing and his experience. He's also letting me know that there is an afterlife. There is a time and a place that we can all reconcile this, and try not to sweat the small stuff, and move forward in life. Keep moving forward.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
don't let things. Mhm.
oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but she's
That's
like, oh
okay.
my gosh, she has had so much loss. Well, Lorraine, I am sorry that you've had to go through all of that loss so fast. That's a lot. Yeah.
Well, she's saying, my sister and I don't speak. Perhaps this is what he's saying. Let things go. Don't hold on to grudges. Don't let things stop you from living, and connect with those souls who you connect with. Now, if you and your sister are oil and water and you're just two different people, that's one thing. And it's entirely up to you if you want to reach out to her as family. But I do think that he may have been, referring to that just a little bit. But I am very sorry for all of your loss.
Like
Wow.
Lorraine, it's all her. Yeah, that's there's. I doubt it's ever all anybody. So yeah. Oh, Trump is why we don't speak. Well, that'll be. We all have to let that go. We do.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you very much, Lorraine. I really appreciate you bringing in Donnie with us. Um,
Mhm.
that was very interesting. So Linda Kennedy, let's just stick with mediumship a little bit. Linda Kennedy would like to connect with her brother, Kevin. And Jennifer, if you're still here, just say yes, and you'll be next. So brother Kevin feels to me, Linda, like you may have been like a mother, definitely a big sister, or some sort of you would help him with certain things in life, and he was always looking to you for guidance. I feel as though you may have lost your parents earlier in life. That you and your brother almost formed an alliance, or even one parent. But I feel like you two formed an alliance, and you were there for him, and you assisted him in his life. I'm not sure if you helped him get into college, or if you helped him with his apartment, or if you helped him something that you were there for him, and he's wanting to come through and say thank you for the assistance. And you probably don't even remember it. How about you, Terry?
Oh, he came through right away, surprised me to be so Johnny on the spot. I'm just going to tell you what I see. I see him on my stage in heaven. Okay, I mean that's what it doesn't. I don't really know what heaven looks like, but basically he's in a good spot. He's leaning back against a bar, and I mean like a bar you go drink at. And he's lifting a cup of beer to you. He's a mug of beer. And he's just the nicest guy. He's really outgoing. And he's also he's painted himself on his clothes with shamrocks. So I'm thinking there's got to be some Irish heritage here. And he's kind of referring to our last reading a bit by saying, yep, now I know this was just for fun. We were just supposed to be fun, have a little more relaxation. I didn't need to try quite as hard as I tried. He's so laid back. He's really laid back. And they do drink and smoke in heaven. I did several readings before where they took me to a comedy bar in heaven, and they were drinking, smoking, and somebody was on stage telling jokes. They were the funniest jokes, all about the pearly gates. They make those a lot. And he's like that. He's there, and he's like happy that you're remembering him, that you're interacting with him, that you think about him. And he's very much just like that last reading, kind of don't sweat the small stuff. He's okay. He's saying, just remember, you're not going to make it out of there alive anyway. But then he's kind of backing up and like, well, you are alive. It's just the body's not going to make it, He's kind of a card. Okay, what a nice brother.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that was beautiful, Terry. I feel like he laughed at his own jokes and he made his own fun, but I think that was sort of an exterior. And she said the nicest, kindest, hardworking man, lots of fun. Everyone loved him. I do feel as though this was his exterior and the persona that he shared with people. I do feel as though he had some difficulties or some sadness when he was not around others. So he had some woes and some worries, but he was very is the term gregarious and outgoing, and would love to be the life of the party. But he did that because he needed to be cheered up, and he loved to see other people cheery. But I think that in private there was something that was weighing on his mind. I'm not sure that was he in the service? Was he in Vietnam or something? There's something that was sort of uh, something that hurt him, and that he felt it was difficult for him to let go of. Quietness about him too. Yeah, yeah. But he's yeah. Um, I'm
Yeah,
just
I think
feeling that there's something from his past that is causing, and he never wanted to let that get to him. Like he sort of battled those feelings and that memory, or that unprocessed wounding. I feel like there was some sort of a wounding to his heart, or to his soul, or to his that broke his heart. Maybe he lost a friend in college, or maybe it was one of your parents that passed early or younger. There's something that really broke his heart, and this is what he did to try and balance that out, which is
yeah,
really
I
beautiful.
think yeah,
That your folks had a terrible broken marriage. I see. Yeah.
I think that weighed on him a little bit.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And he relied on you to be there. It was you and him, I think, that bonded you together, because you could talk to each other about that. And yeah, that's really hard. But yeah, he's I can see him laughing at, he'll be like saying his own joke and then laughing at his own joke. But what a wonderful guy to hang around. She said, I'm the oldest of five, finished raising
oh,
them still all. Okay.
good.
Yeah. He just wants to thank you for being there and helping him out in whatever way that you did. You said you helped with his kids and stuff. So, um, but thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
That was
Lark
really.
Lark got a little hit on that.
He's telling you to smell the rose and get up early. Enjoy the sunrise. Shed a tear of joy when you do this. Aw,
Oh,
wow.
yeah. Thank you,
Yeah,
Lark.
that's beautiful. Wow. Thank you, Linda. Brother Kevin was quite the man. Thank
Yeah,
you. You know what I just did there?
I think I accidentally did. For some reason, my being able to click something is delayed. It's a little weird. I don't know what's going on. So
Okay.
I think I clicked it.
Okay. Wow. So Mousy is here. Oh, you know what? Did Jennifer ever come back and say hello? I don't think she did. So, okay. Thank you. Um, so next is Mousy. Mousy, can you just say hi and thank you, or hello and something? I forgot to do that. I was supposed to do that while we were reading, and I
Right. Oh,
got to.
somebody else said hello to you. Garnet McLeary Price said hello, Jean.
Hi, Garnett. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming here. It was nice for you to come on over. Um, oh, Jennifer is here.
That's
And Mousy is here. Okay,
oh
Jennifer,
good.
you're going to be next. And Mousy is here. So Mousy said, my dad's mother, Grandma Pearl, she has been gone for over 71 years. And this is a perfect moment for us to uh, sort of share what somebody else's loved one told us. And they said that distance does not equal time on the other side. No matter how long they've been gone, they're still right here for us. They're in this realm. They're right near us. And
Right.
it doesn't matter how long ago that they passed, they're still, if you knew them, if you love them, they're still in our lives. So Grandma Pearl is.
I have to tell you, I'm so glad you said that because that's kind of secret sauce of the universe right there. That distance, time does not equal distance. But Grandma Pearl, when she first put this question up, I kind of blended into it just for a second, and Grandma Pearl appeared right away. and she was kind of like on a sunset, and she was kind of hobbling. She's looking old and a little dusty. And then she turns around and she karate kicks that away. And then like kind of does a punch, and she's like, she's so lively. And so she was showing me that distant that she's here. Distance doesn't mean anything. Just because she's been dead a long time doesn't mean she's dusty or old. And she karate kicked the right into the new part, right into the new stuff. And that's not the message. That's just what I saw her do.
I feel like you have some of her traits, Mousy. Oh, she died the day before I was born. My mom holding her hand. Oh, I was born the next day.
Oh, that just
I
gives me the chills. Just gives me the chills. There's something past there. Something got passed between them.
I think that you exchanged places in the family. I think that it was a beautiful example of the circle of life. You know, life goes on; it continues. But she is saying that you do resemble her, or you have some traits of hers. I'm not sure. It could be hair color. It could be, you know, the her mannerisms. There's something about her that you have. Um, you brought joy to the family at a difficult time. She wants to talk about your dad, and she wants to let him know. Is your dad on the other side as well, Mousy? Um, she is bringing up your dad, and she's saying that um, he was a good son and was very caring son, but she couldn't care for him like she wanted to. And I think she wants to thank your mother for being there when she could no longer be there. To that she took such good care of your dad, and that your mom took good care of your dad when your grandmother could no longer be there. There's some very generous, very genuine gratitude that Pearl is extending to your mom, and the love and the caring that she felt almost, you know, unable to express because she wasn't there for your dad. That, you know, for the longevity that your dad would have needed. Um, she is very genuine and very emotional. I don't know what if I want to say emotional. She was very passionate. She was very passionate, and she wants to come through with these messages in a passionate manner as well. How about you, Terry?
Oh, I'm getting that passion. But I think I was going to call it lively. She's lively, and she's just she very much kind of feels my vision, and she keeps talking about that a bunch of different things. I believe that when you were little, she's showing me that your parents, your mom and your dad, would sometimes take a look at you as you were growing up, and they would wonder, is that, does she have some sort of part of her spirit? Is this some sort of reincarnation? Is this something? And I don't think they ever shared it with anybody, because I'm not getting that. I'm just getting that there's times that they've wondered, because you do share some traits with her, and she kind of keeps saying, pearls of great price. And I think that's really about a biblical saying about rubies or something, but she's saying pearls, not one pearl, pearls of great price, that she feels like that she did a really good job raising your dad, and that even though she's been gone a long time, the kind of things that she believed, the way people should be treated has really stayed the whole 71 years with the people that are left behind. And she's a big fan of yours. That's where the liveliness, because to me it looks like she's almost in the bleachers, at the top of the bleachers, up there hooting and hollering and watching, and like she somehow feels really, really connected to you. I mean, just I would not be surprised if you start like meeting your spirit guides. I would not be surprised if she's on your team, because she's really, really lively about this. Very, very much a big fan. Um, and so let me just see. Any other thing that you want to say? Oh, she reminded me that sometimes when you're driving around, even though you didn't get to meet her when you were, you know, she left just you guys just traded places practically. She would like you to spend time talking to her sometimes. Like if you have to drive a long drive, just pretend she's over there in the seat, or if you're having your morning coffee and you're all alone, like let's say your husband's sleeping in or something, have it with her and talk to her a little bit, because she would actually enjoy that a lot. So, because she's very lively. This is not a dusty old ancestor. That's what she's letting me know the whole time. No dust on this lady.
That's funny. So she's also telling me that she's helping you with your spiritual evolution and your awareness. She does want to help you with this, and that you two are connected. You had past lives together. There's a reason why things happened the way that they did, and you two are connected. It was like a pre-life plan that you wanted to, that you arranged it to be this way. But what a beautiful soul, and very, very much attentive to you there, Massey. So don't let that go untended, and call her in, put a picture out of her, and blow her a kiss as you walk out the door each day. She is very much watching over you for sure. Oh, beautiful. I do feel family surrounding me. Yep. Wow. Okay. Jennifer, thank you very much for your patience. And Jennifer says, I would love a message from my mother, Judy. And she said she's feeling a little off today. Thank you, Mousy. Thank you, Pearl. It was such a beautiful reading.
Yeah.
And Divine Empathic Tarot, you'll be next. If you can just say hello. Thank you very much. You're welcome, Mousy. Okay, Jennifer. She's still here. Love a message from Mother Judy. So I hear Judy saying, you want another message from me? She said, I talk to you all the time. I send you these messages all the time. I feel like she's like whispering, but whispering loudly. And she's saying that I'm right here next to you. I am all around you. And I do see she's showing me birds. She's showing me that she whispers in your ear. I don't know if it's this like your intuition that you feel is talking to you, but it's your mom. And sometimes when our loved ones talk to us, and spirit guides and loved ones, sometimes it comes from like our solar plexus. It's almost like you have a gut feeling. And I feel like she has this energetic ability to be around you and to affect you in that way, sort of to inspire you. She's saying that that you're a fighter, that you can do this, you can get through this. She's saying that it's a wonderful, exciting time on Earth, and she says that she's saying that she didn't raise a fool. She's saying that she raised a very strong, amazing, brave soul. She said that she knew when you came into this world that you were going to make a difference in the world. She's saying that that you know it's important for you to hold the space for humanity. That she's showing me you are a light worker, you're a grid worker, you're a healer, you have this high vibrational type of energy about you. And she's saying that sometimes when we're an empath, that we can feel the woes of the world a little bit more, but she wants you to sort of thank the information that is on your heart and let it go. Like, thank you for the information. Now I have to let this go. Like, I can't hang on to it. And I feel like there may be things happening around you that is affecting you, but it's not happening to you. So she just wants you to know that you're here for a reason. You're here to hold the light. You're here to sort of absorb that difficulty and those challenges that you're seeing around you and to transmute them. So she's saying, get to work.
Oh my God. I could just repeat everything Jean just said. First of all, how loyal, what a fighter in your country. You're just a fighter for you. Just really, so what I first saw is I saw her in a recliner. She was sitting in a recliner. And then as I was like, could you give her a message? She's feeling really down. She slaps the sides of the recliner, the little armchair. She's like, well, they should not be talking to my daughter like that. That should not happen. She's such a fighter for you. I can tell that when she was alive, if you had said, "Oh, Mom, they're picking on me," oh, she would have slapped the arms of that recliner, stood up, bustled her way into the kitchen, made something. You'd be eating and drinking probably right away. And then she would hear everything. She wanted to hear everything. She is still like that. And okay, now she actually told me something too. So I got to remember, I was so into her energy, this slapping the arms energy here. Oh, here's what she told me. It's again, just kind of what Jean said. She herself had the gift of empathy and insight. She herself had that gift. So she knows how strongly this runs in you and how easy it is to feel off. But that's also part of why she's so in your corner, because she can feel that too. So you come by this gift really, really honestly, because this might even practically be a DNA thing, because you have some empathy. She had empathy too. And that's why she's such a fighter for you. What else? What else did you say, Judy? You wanted her to know one other thing. She's just encouraging you to go ahead and develop those gifts. Learn to not let the empathy go too far. Like, sometimes you can be so empathetic that it nearly disables you. She doesn't want you to take on too much. Okay, now I remember. She said, what I want you to do is, from time to time, maybe every day if you can manage it, but it's hard. Put yourself in a bubble of divine light when you wake up. She wants you to ask Archangel Gabriel to come in there with you. She wants Archangel Gabriel in there because Archangel Gabriel is the angel of communications. So she wants him in there to help you hear the correct messages so that it doesn't hurt you so bad when that you don't quite hear them right, or when that you realize there's two meanings and you might choose the more negative meaning. She wants Archangel Gabriel to help you interpret these messages. So, yeah, do that. That would be cool. Gabriel's one of my favorites.
Yep. And
they're
it'll
all
help you to gain perspective and not take it so personally. You'll
Mhm.
see it, in a new light for sure. What a beautiful new light, the bubble of light. That's a beautiful suggestion, Jerry.
Yeah.
Wow. She said, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much." You're very welcome, Jennifer. Oof. That was a beautiful angel reading there, Jennifer. Thank you. And next we have Divine Empathic Tarot. And Divine, can you give us your first name? I think I know you, but I don't remember your first name. And trying to get something. And then Mary Ellen, you'll be next. Trying to break it up a little bit or mix it up a little bit. Divine, just let us know. She
Lisa.
said, good afternoon. Messages from my gram that passed in 1983. Her name is Caroline, and her birthday was November 26th. Lisa. Okay, thank you. So I can call you Lisa. I feel like she was a little bit of old school. She's letting me know that she was the product of her generation, and I feel like she was just getting started in her life, and I feel like she had a lot of friends. She had a job, but it wasn't. It was sort of like, I don't know if she worked at a restaurant or worked at some place where like, I don't see it as being a career. I see it as being a job, but she really enjoyed it. And she worked in a restaurant of some sort, but there was a lot of friends around. She really enjoyed her friends, and she was a hard worker. I do feel like she may have been a smoker as well, but she's just showing me that um, she had fun in her life, and it was a new opportunity to do so many things. I think that she drove, but she drove later in life. I think that she had a job, but she had a job later in life. And she hung out with friends, but she did this late, like her earlier in her lifetime. I feel it was all about getting married, having kids, getting the house together, and that's typical for a lot of women in her generation. But she's just saying that she really opened up and really enjoyed herself. She said neighbors were sort of like an extended family, that neighbors would hang out with one another and really get along. She really enjoyed this part. I'm not sure if she was from another part of the country or another part of the state and moved to where your grandfather lived, or he brought her to his family. But she's saying that she knew, for some reason she was able to gain new friends, but this personality of hers didn't come out until later in life. So why are you telling us this, Caroline? Why is this important for Lisa? She just wants you to know that she lived a full life, that she lived a happy life, and that she lived life. She wants you to live your life. She's from Naples, Italy. Oh my gosh, she did smoke and had lots of friends and family, Italian,
Very
and she
Italian,
came from Naples, Italy. Well, she just thought that it was amazing that all of this was available to her, but it was only she learned along the way. She had to learn, but it was a beautiful time in her life that earlier in life she was not able to have these uh, luxuries or pleasantries, but it really enriched her life. And she just wants you to know to live life, Lisa. She wants you to know that it's okay to live life. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to have friends and new friends. It's okay to trust people. It's okay to, she said she was nervous. shy. She was uncertain. She said, but it didn't stop her. And she said, don't let that stop you either. She said, keep moving forward and enjoy your life. Enjoy all the fruits of this lifetime that you have. How about you, Terry?
Oh, well, so very similar message. So right away when I blended into her spirit, so there's one Claire that I have that doesn't appear when we're doing this, rarely is activated, but I'm clairaudient, meaning I get spiritual smelling. And when I got close to her, I felt like I was smelling a basket of clean laundry that had been hung in the sun. Just this clean, beautiful smell that just is almost overwhelming to me because it's so for me, when I smells, it represents people. So she's showing me that smell represents her, at least to me, that she's the clean laundry lady smell. And what she then was showing me is that even though she had a very active life, she had to take care of everybody, she had to do a lot of cooking, she probably had to do a lot of talking and arguing and all those things. She loved the simple things. She's using this laundry to show me that she loved the simple things, the act of hanging out laundry, the act of being outside, the act of just being calm with somebody. Yeah, she also says that you come from a family full of very courageous people. I mean, when we look at what she had to do, come from Italy to here, that's an act of courage. She was a courageous person. Okay, tell me a little bit more, please. Just a little bit more message. She's letting me know that the connection to family, the family members around you, that this is very important to you. It's very important that you, for some reason, that you try to be around family and to love your family and take care of that family. It was something that was very, very mattered a lot to her. And she has passed that on to you, that this matters to you. Okay, so it's very simple message. And if clean laundry means something else to you about her, that's good. That's just what I thought it meant, but it might mean more to you. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. It is simple but yet profound. These messages: live life, and enjoy yourself. And so, Lisa is saying that they came to the U.S. and she passed suddenly. And when she passed, I felt it when my mom picked me up from babysitting. I already knew it and felt some. That's where some of her gifts were activated. Yeah, it's like that you remembered that you could tell when somebody passed. You remembered, and this triggered an awareness or an awakening or a remembering in you that you always remembered and carried with you because it was such a shock to you that number one that your grandmother passed suddenly, and number two that you already knew it. And this was something that you were in search of finding out more about this gift and about what does this mean for you. And it was meant to do that for us. But
She
what
said
a
one more
beautiful,
thing.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, what?
Oh, Lisa has one more thing there. I used to have to hang out laundry, bake, clean, and watch the Golden Girls. And those are those little things that she's talking about that you should, that kind of, those are the little things you should have fun with. And, they mean a lot.
Yeah. Yep. It's not always the milestones that are the beautiful connections with our loved ones. It's the everyday miracles that
Mhm.
occur. And perhaps she was saying that about the laundry to Terry so that you would remember that portion of helping her hang out the laundry. Wow. Beautiful. Thank you, Lisa. Oh, look, she said, yes, she told me day before she passed, don't be afraid of something of the dead, be afraid of the living. It makes sense now.
Yeah. Oh, well, she's a sweet lady. Sweet lady.
Yep. Wow. Nice job, Lisa. Thank you so very much. It's really important to have all of this feedback and to continue the message. It is just amazing how the information and the energy can develop. So I have Emmy J next, and thank you very much for being here. And she would love a message from her galactic family. And this is Mary Ellen.
I need to look something up here real quick. Oh my goodness, I cannot find it fast, but there's a lady on Instagram who draws the pictures of galactic beings that are her friends that she knows. And one of these galactic pictures that she's drawn that I've seen is the the being that was that has come forward into my vision and is speaking for all of them. And um, he's very, very tall. He kind of has gray skin, but he's uh, tall, and his body probably looks more human. It, it's I wouldn't say he's a Palladian exactly, but it's a being that if I find the picture, I'll send it or something. But right away, the first thing he says is, "Oh, our dear little Rose." He calls you Rose, and I think he's actually saying that's your galactic name, Rose. But if it means something to you, your interpretation is better. But he says, "Oh, our dear Rose, we are so happy that you recognize us, that you know we're with you, that we are your family. You are so brave to take this mission to go to Earth to help us have a connection." And I believe they're active with you, that they are either talking to you in your sleep or talking to you during meditation, or you're experiencing light language or something. There's actually some sort of interaction here that's happening a lot. And it just says, we love you, we support you. But I'm still sort of a little taken by them calling you Rose. So
Wow, that's beautiful, Terry. And I wanted to make sure that you went first, just because I had read, I think, for Mary Ellen recently, and I didn't want to influence, but I did also feel that they were saying that you're not very different from us. And when Terry said that they're in a humanoid form, and they're saying that Mary Ellen, they're saying that there was a tear in the fabric in the universe, and that they are the ability for you to have this intention to connect with them, and their intention to watch over you is a very powerful energy. And they said that you are not like a lifeline, but you are our connection so that we can feel and see and understand the vibration of what's going on Earth through you. And that you have agreed to be the one who comes here on this earth and experience a human incarnation. And they just want you to know that it is part of your soul. It is not your entire soul that is with them. And this part of your soul that you agreed to um, uh, carry the energy of this race with you is coming alive, because this is the time in the history of humanity that a lot of big changes are happening, and they need to be here during this time so that they learn along the way. They get day to day, minute by minute information about the energetic forces that are going on this earth, and that you are providing this just by experiencing it and being in connection with them. And they're just saying thank you, and they're saying that there is nothing that you have to do other than be and live your human life. And your awareness of us will give you solace. It'll give you resolve. It'll give you comfort. And you almost have not no fear, but your fear is very well measured, that you know that there is nothing to fear. You know, like if, somebody jumped out from an alley, you would still be like, whoa, but if you know that there is there is nothing to fear after all. Like you have this sort of calmness, this resolution inside of you, this knowing, this connection that everything's going to be all right. And this is what enables you to be called a light worker and one who is assisting the universe. But I just think this is really, it's beautiful, because they want you to know that you've done everything that you said you would do, and that they're in they're in your debt, and they have such gratitude and respect for you, Mary Ellen. So please let them know if there's anything that you want or need, and they'll be here to help you. But I think this amazing sort of um, resolve, this comfort, this calmness, this really isn't anything to fear, and that everything's going to be all right, is the connection that you have with them that is enabling you to know this. But your human existence, it's not always that easy. Okay, so she is saying that she does hear them.
Well, I've been trying really quick to scroll and find her account to show you the picture, but if maybe in my community section, if I find it, I'll put it up, MEJ. But yeah,
or Mary Ellen, just email Terry, and she'll reply with the link. That's probably
the lady does portraits of them, and
I know who it is. I follow her too.
Today, so shoot, because yeah.
Yep. Do you feel compelled to share the photo?
I do, because I feel like it's really this guy talking in my head, and I'm seeing him, So
do you know what color he is?
Kind of a bluey gray, and he's dressed in kind of purpley blue robes, and he's very tall, and he doesn't look human. His body looks more human. His face doesn't look so much human as much, but he's not a gray, but he's probably in that family. So yeah. Anyway, but I'll I'll let it go. I'll let it go for now.
Does he have like a narrow chin and a wider head, like
Yes.
almost like
Yeah.
an egg head?
Yeah. Um, to be honest, his face looks a little bit to me like a beluga whale, kind of. If I could find the picture, it wouldn't sound
Interesting.
so weird. Oh shoot! But if
Oh,
I
it
find it,
doesn't sound weird at all. So
so I always feel so, weird sometimes because if I talk about our galactic families, he doesn't look like that, no. But those are the right colors, yes. And because in a lot of ways, we're so used to how we look that because I've actually been in two-dimensional lives where I saw myself in those lives in those bodies, and somehow, even though they didn't look anything like me, I was able to look at them and say, oh, that wow, even though to me that doesn't look like a very beautiful person, it's like I know that over there in that life I'm beautiful, or that's exactly how they look. They're, that's, you know it's not weird at all. Here it would be weird, but it's not the weird there. So
they did say that you don't look that different from them. You're not that different from them, is what they wanted you to know. That and they said that Terra in the universe was really interesting too. But
wow, that
well,
is really interesting.
yeah, and that intention, our intention is really very powerful. It carries a lot of energy, a lot of impact, and a lot of it really is more powerful than we know. Our choices are more powerful than we know. Our experience and our love for one another and for our joy is more powerful than we know. These things that we have been, conditioned to ignore and to, minimize. And they say, work, 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 get on that hamster wheel and do the work rather than, take some vacation time, enjoy your time with loved ones and family, and be who you are meant to be. Um, just beautiful. She did say, wow, Terry, we have to listen to it again. Thank you. And she's going to send you that email and hopefully you can
Okay.
connect her. If I come across it, I'll send it to Terry as well. But I do know there is only one lady who's putting those pictures out because they want her to. And
Yeah.
she is in connection. Yeah, I know her story. She's a lovely individual. And I do
And,
follow her and she's on Facebook. So
right.
I
And
don't,
they are very artistic, not necessarily super realistic. And she often puts light language in the picture too, and
mm,
it's really interesting. But I
yeah.
recognized him.
Hmm. She said, not weird. Harley says, Terry, not weird at all. Coincidentally, somebody was watching a show on ETs on YouTube and a post came up of Obi of looking like that. Oh, I remember because his look stood out to me. Hmm.
I think the way I got to know her was somebody interviewed her, and she put a few of these up, and then I went, subscribed to her Instagram. Yeah, so you could have been seeing the same thing.
Yeah, yeah, I think so too. Well, that will be our show today. Thank you so very much, Terry, for coming and for sharing. I know, didn't it fly by? You're like, what? It's
I know. It was like, oh, we're at the end.
over an hour. But it was so much fun, and I love having you on, and I love the way it brings back all that nostalgia when you and I were just starting out together, and
Mhm.
it's wonderful. And Mary Ellen says our thoughts are very important. I feel
Yeah.
like that's a message from the ETs too.
Yep. Yeah.
Now,
Well,
I'll resend it for you, Chris. I did send it, but I'll resend it. Checking your junk mail though, Chris. Um, so thank you very much, Terry, for everything, for all of your beautiful readings and for your messages. And I just wanted to let everybody know that I will be on later on this evening with Daphne and Stacy, and we're going to be doing some mini readings and some, chatting a little bit about, the new frequency and vibrations, and doing some readings along with that as well. It'll be a lot of fun, and that's going to be 6:30 this evening, which is in less than an hour. So I hope to see you all back here. And Terry, if somebody would like to get a private reading or a personal reading with you, how do they contact you?
You just go to kigaruspiritualjourneys.com and you can book me there. If you want to, if somebody didn't get to ask a question today, you could always go. I'm on Allie's Heart and Soul Connected this Sunday at 10, and you can put your question in there.
Wonderful. Wonderful. And I do have Terry's information of how to contact her in the show notes below if anybody is interested. And I too am available for private readings. You can reach my website, sunpsychicgene.com, and check it out there. And I will be back in less than an hour with Daphne and Stacy. So thank you, everybody. And thanks again, Terry. It was so much fun.
Oh, thank you for having me. Just like the
Bye.
old days.
I know. Bye, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you enjoy this content, hit like, share, and subscribe. Remember to click the bell to be notified of future videos.